Hello children, welcome to Math Park. Today we are going to solve exercise 3D of chapter 3 compound interest class 9 ICSE concise Selena. Now this exercise is about growth and depreciation. So each and every question is going to be solved here. So children, after going to the video, if you like the video, please share with your friends, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe. So here we start with the first question. The question says the cost of a machine is supposed to depreciate. Depreciate means decreases each year by 12% of its value at the beginning of the year. Okay. If the machine is valued at rupees 44,000 at the beginning of 2008, find its value at the end of 2009 and at the beginning of 2007. So the depreciation rate is 12% per annum. And if the machine is valued as rupees 44,000 at the beginning of 2008, you have to find its value at the end of 2009. So first we begin. So it at the beginning. So let us take this as in the beginning, the value is 44,000. So at the beginning, the value is 44,000. So let us take this as P principal, which is 44,000. And the time is going to be, it is 2009. We have to find at the end of 2009, what is the value? And the value is in the beginning. So the number of periods for which the value is being depreciated is 2 years. Okay. And the rate of depreciation is 12% per annum. So let us find the first part of that, which is amount depreciated. This is the depreciated amount of or depreciated value of the machine is equal to P in bracket 1 minus R upon 100 raised to N. Put the value P is 44,000 in bracket 1 minus rate is 12 upon 100 raised to 2. Simplify 4 3s and 425. So you get here 44,000. Now LCM is 25. So 25 here in place of 1, we are going to write 25 by 25. So 25 minus 3, you get 22 upon 25 to the power 2. So we'll multiply it twice, 22 upon 25. Let us simplify this. And on simplifying this, we find the value as 34,073 rupees. Okay, it is 34,073 rupees 60 paise. You can simplify it. So since we have less time and we have to solve all questions, so I'm telling you the final answer over here after calculating. So we first now completed the first part at the end of 2009. So this is the value of machine. Value of machine at the end of 2009 is going to be 34,073 rupees and 60 paise. Clear? The next part it is find the value at the beginning of 2007. If the value at the beginning of 2007, so here when it is said that beginning of the year, the machine is valued at 2008. So for the second part, we will take now P is equal to, here the amount, the value is now given. So value is given as 44,000. So this is going to be an amount. Now at the beginning, what was there? So it is the initial value, which is going to be P. Okay, so here we are going to find the P, which is the initial value in the beginning of 2007. N is going to be here 1 year. So we find here the depreciated amount. So we get A is equal to again the same formula. So now A is 44,000 here is equal to P in bracket 1 minus the rate is again 12% upon 100 raised to 1. Right? So let us again simplify. Here we got it when we divide by 4, we are getting 3 upon 25. So we get here P in bracket 22 upon 25, which is 44,000. So let us shift this over here. We get 44,000 multiplied by 25 by 22 is what we get as P. Divide 22 2s are 44. So we get here 2,000. And 25 2s are 50. So we get the value as 25 2s are 50. So we get 50,000 rupees. 50,000 is the value of the machine at the beginning of 2007. At the beginning of 2007, the value is 50,000. Got it? Let's move on to the second question. Question number 2. The value of an article decreased for 2 years at the rate of 10% per year. And in the third year, it started increasing at the rate of 10%, right? So first 2 years it decreased. So first what we will be finding, since we know find the original value of the article, if its value at the end of 3 years is 40,095. So let us take this as A. So we will be now finding the P, where for the third year there is a growth. Third year is a growth, right? So we use the formula here. A is equal to P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. This is 1 year. Now this is your amount. So we get 40,095 is equal to P in bracket 1 plus 10 upon 100 raised to 2, because raised to 1, because this we are finding only for 1 year, the third year. Okay, so let us simplify this. This is going to be 11 upon 10p. So we keep the p over here and we get p is equal to 40,095 into 10 upon 11, which we get it as 36,000 rupees, 36,450. Okay, now this is the principle. This is the principle. That means at the beginning of beginning of the third year, this was the value. Okay, and this is the amount which, so this is nothing but the depreciated amount. Now this is nothing but the depreciated amount. So depreciated amount at the end of 2 years. At the end of 2 years is nothing but this principle, which is rupees 36,450. Got it? So there was depreciation now. There was decrease. So now the decrease was there for 2 years. Now let us find the original value. So original value is going to be P here. This is going to be amount. So we put the value P in bracket 1 minus R upon 100 raised to N is equal to A, which is the depreciated amount. So P in bracket 1 minus 10 upon 100 raised to 2 is your 36,450. This was the money which was at the end of 2 years, which was the amount at the end of 2 years, depreciated amount. We are finding the original amount in the beginning of before the third year. So this is going to be P here. So we get 10 minus 1, which is 9. So we get P into 9 upon 10 into 9 upon 10 is equal to 36,450. So you get P is equal to 36,450 multiplied by 10 by 9 into 10 by 9. Simplify this and you get this as rupees 45,000. Rupees 45,000. You can simplify it, divide by 9, it is divisible. So 3 plus 6, 9 plus 4, 13 plus 5, 18. The sum of the digit is divisible by 9. Of course, go on dividing and you are going to get this. So this is the original value. Rupees 45,000 is the original value of an article. Okay, so the original value of an article is now rupees 45,000. Got it? Let's move on to question number 3. So in question number 3, we have, according to a census taken, census where the population is being counted, that is called a census. Census taken towards the end of the year 2009, the population of a rural town was found to be 64,000. The census authority also found that the population of this particular town had a growth of 5% per annum. In how many years after 2009 did the population of this town reach 74,088? Okay, so what is here understanding? That population in 2009 is 64,000. So let us note down. So you have population in 2009 at the end of year 2009. At the end of 2009 is 64,000. Okay, then there is a rate of growth. So rate of growth is 5% per annum, is 5% per annum per year. Okay, then we have to find N. In how many years does the population be 74,000? In how many years the population becomes 74,088? So you have A, that is final population, is going to be 74,088. So this is going to be your A. So since there is a growth, we will put the formula P in bracket. So you have A is equal to P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. So your A, that is the population, how many years the population has become this much. So this is 74,088 is equal to 64,000 in bracket 1 plus R is rate of increase was 5% per annum and raised to N. So simplify this, 5 ones are 5 20s are. So we get this as 74,000. I'll take this 64,000 here. So 74088 divide 64,000 over here is equal to 20 plus 1 is going to be 21 upon 20 to the power n. Now simplify this. When you divide this by 8, both of these are divisible. Now look at this clue. When I divide 8 8s are 64, I'm getting 8,000, which is the cube of 20. So dividing both of these by 8, when we divide both of these by 8, I'm getting this as 9261 upon 8,000. And this is nothing but the cube of 21. So 21 upon 20. 8,000 is the cube of 20 raised to 3. Now compare this. You have 21 upon 20 to the power n. And you have 21 upon 20 to the power 3. So this is how you get n is equal to 3 years. Okay. So this is how we get n is equal to 3 years. So we can say that in 3 years after 2009, the population of this town has reached to 74,088. Got it? Easy. Let's move on to question number 4 now. In question number 4, the population of a town decrease. There is a decrease. This is the depreciation now. The population of a town decreased by 12% during 1998. And then increased by 8%. And then it increased by 8% during 1999. Find the population of the town at the beginning of 1998 if at the end of 1999 its population was 2,85,120. Right? So there is you can say that in 1998 there is a decrease by 12%. And during 1999, there is increase by 1999, there is an increase by 8%. Okay. And the final amount, that is the total, we can say that population, final population, let us take that as A, which is 2,85,120. So let us find the population in the beginning. So population in the beginning of 1999. Beginning of 1999, let us take that as P. So we get A is equal to P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. So N is equal to 1 here because we are finding for 1 here. So A, which is 2,85,000. So P we don't know. In bracket 1 plus, there was increase. Okay. So it was 8% increase. So P in bracket 1 plus 8 upon 100 raised to 1 is equal to 2,85,120. 4 2s are 8, 4 25s are 100. 25 plus 2, 27 upon 25. So P into 27 upon 25 is equal to 2,85,120. Right? So this is how, on simplifying this, what we get is, let us keep this P over here. Okay. So P is equal to 2,85,120 into 25 upon 27. Divide this and you get the population as 2,64,000. Okay. So this was the population. So this is the decreased population. So this is the decreased population in 1998. This is the decreased population. This is the decreased population in 1998. Got it? Up to here, understood? We calculated the decreased population in 1998. So decreased population in the 1998, which we take as A, is equal to 2,64,000. Okay. Now there was a rate of depreciation. So rate was 12% per annum depreciation and n is equal to 1. So now we have to find the P, that is we have to find the population of the town in the beginning of 1998. At the end of 1998 was this. So at the beginning of 1998, so we have to find P. So P in bracket 1 minus R upon 100 raised to n is what? A. So let us put the value P in bracket 1 minus 12 upon 100 raised to 1 is equal to 2,64,000. 4 3s are 12, 4 25s are. 25 is the LCM, 25 minus 3 is 22. So P into 22 by 25 is equal to 2,64,000. So P is equal to 2,64,000 multiplied by 25 by 22. Simplify this and we get this as 3 lakh. 3 lakh. So in the beginning, so this is how in the beginning of 1998, the population of the town was 3 lakh. Got it? So it was easy. So initially there was depreciation, okay, and then there was increase. So we first found the population which was at the end of 1999 was given. So we found the P which was 2,64,000, the initial population in the beginning of 1999, which becomes the population at the end of 1998. And then we take the population in the beginning of 1998 as P, and this is how we get this as 3 lakh. Got it? Let's move on to the next question. A sum of money invested at the compound interest amounts to rupees 16,500 in 1 year and to rupees 19,965 in 3 years. Find the rate percent and the original sum of money invested. Okay. So here you have amount, that is amount is given as rupees 16,500. Okay. Your n is equal to 1. So let us find the first amount. So you have A is equal to P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to n. So we get here 16,500 is equal to P in bracket 1 plus R rate percent we have to calculate. So rate is what we have to calculate, R upon 100 raised to 1. So let this be our equation number 1. Then in the second case, it is 19,965 in 3 years. Okay. So in 3 years, it becomes 19,965. So in this case, let us find P is equal to 1 plus R upon 100 raised to 3, which is our equation number 2. So we want now the equation in one variable. So let us divide equation 2 by equation 1. So we get 19,965 divided by 16,500 is equal to, when we divide P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to 3 divided by P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to 1. This P got cancelled. A raised to M divided by A raised to N is A raised to M minus N. So which we get 3 minus 1 is 2. 1 plus R upon 100 raised to 2. This further. So when you divide this further, you get this as 1 plus R upon 100 raised to 2 is equal to 121 upon 100. And 121 is the square of 11. 100 is the square of 10. So 11 upon 10 the whole square. So this you get that when you compare both of this, if the powers are equal, we equate the basis. So we get 1 plus R upon 100 is equal to 11 upon 10. So R upon 100 is equal to 11 upon 10 minus 1. LCM is 10, we multiply and divide. 11 minus 10 is going to be 1 upon 10. So we get R is equal to 1 upon 100 into, 1 upon 10. This 100 goes here into 100. So simplifying this, 10 ones are and 10 tens are. So this is how we get rate is equal to 10% per annum. Got it? So we got the rate as 10% per annum. Now we have found the rate. Now we have to find the original sum of the money invested. So we can substitute this in any rate in any of this value. So we'll be substituting this in the equation number 1 and we go ahead with that. Got the rate as 10% per annum. Okay. And we will be substituting in the first equation. Our first equation was 16,500 is equal to P in bracket 1 plus R. Now R is 10 upon 100 raised to 1. So put the values here. So this is going to be 11 upon 10. P into 11 upon 10 is equal to 16,500. So you get P is equal to 16,500 into 10 by 11 and simplify this. You get this as 15,000. You get this as 15,000. So this was the original sum of money invested. Got it? This is the original sum of money invested. Let's move on to question number 6. The difference between compound interest and simple interest on rupees 7,500 for 2 years is rupees 12 at the same rate of interest per annum. Find the rate of interest, right? The rate of interest is same, so which we have to calculate. The principal is same, which is rupees 7,500. The period here is 2 years, n is equal to 2 years, okay? And you are given the difference between the compound interest and simple interest. You have compound interest minus simple interest is equal to 12. Rupees 12, which is given to us. So we have the formula P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N minus P, which is the compound interest, minus simple interest, which is PRN upon 100 is equal to 12. Okay. So let us put the value. So P is 7,500 in bracket 1 plus R is, we don't know, R upon 100 raised to 2 minus P, which is 7,500 again, minus 7,500 into R into 2 upon 100, which is equal to 12. So simplify this. So you get this as, this is going to be 75 twos are, you are getting 150 R. This is going to be 75,000. Let it be as it is. Let us expand this A plus B the whole square. So we do here A plus B the whole square. So we get 7,500 in bracket A square, which is 1 plus 2AB, that is 2R upon 100 minus plus B square, which is R square upon 100 square is going to be 10,000. And this is 7,500. I shift over here. It becomes 12 plus 7,500. Okay, these are the separate terms. So let us simplify this. So when I multiply by 7,500 over here inside, so I get 7,500 into 1 is 7,500 plus 7,500. When I multiply by this, these two zeros are going to get cancelled. That is 7,500 into 2R upon 100. So this will get simplified, and 75 into 2, I get 150R. So plus 150R plus, when I simplify this 7,500 into R square upon 100. So these two zeros. So let me simplify it over here. So 7,500 into R square upon 10,000. When I simplify, this gets cancelled over here. 75 upon 100 can be divisible by 25. 25 3s are and 25 4s are. So this is how I get 3R square upon 4 minus 150R is equal to, add this 2, I get 7,512. So now plus 150R minus 150R got cancelled. So let us have now 3R square upon 4 is equal to 7,512. This goes here, it becomes minus 7,500, which is equal to, when I subtract, I'm getting 12. So let us simplify this further. So you get this R square, keep this R square over here. So this is 12 3 upon 4 becomes 4 upon 3 when it comes over here. So 3 ones are 3 fours are 12. R square is equal to 4 into 4. So R is equal to 4% per annum. So this is how we calculated the rate of interest. Got it? Now let us move on to question number 7. So read the question carefully. So you have a sum of money lent out at compound interest at a certain rate per annum becomes 3 times of itself in 10 years. Same question was there in exercise 3B as well. Find in how many years will the money become 27 times of itself at the same rate of interest per annum, right? So we have A is equal to 3P. So you have A is equal to 3P, correct? Then let P be P only, principal will be P only. And you have N is equal to 10 years. The period is given as 10 years. So we have A is equal to P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. So A is 3P is equal to P in bracket 1 plus R is 1 plus R upon 100 raised to 10, right? So now if I divide this P and P is going to get cancelled. Now look at this equation. The amount is now 3 times. What should I do so that to 3 so that it becomes 27 times? Okay. So for that, I'll have to cube both sides. So cube both sides. So when I cube both sides, I get 3 cube is equal to 1 plus R upon 100 raised to 10 and then the cube of that. Okay, so when I do the cube of this, I get 1 plus R upon 100 raised to 10 into 3, which is 30, is equal to 3 cube is 27. So what has happened here? In 30 years, so in 30 years, the money has become 27 times of itself. So in 30 years, money becomes 27 times of itself. 27 times of itself. Got it? It is easy. Same question was there in exercise 3B. Okay, let's move on to question number 8. Mr. Sharma borrowed a certain sum of money at 10% per annum compounded annually. If by paying 19,360 at the end of second year and 31,944 at the end of third year, he clears the debt. Find the sum borrowed by him. So let us note down what all things. So let us find the first principle. We can take the first principle as given. Okay. And the rate of interest is 10% per annum. And at 2 years, so amount at the end of 2 years is going to be 19,360 rupees, 19,360. So let us find first principle now here. So we have 19,360, which is the amount, is equal to P1 in bracket 1 plus R is 10 upon 100 raised to 2, because this is for 2 years. Okay, Sharma borrowed a certain sum of money at 10% per annum compounded annually by paying 19,360 at the end of second year. So for 2 years, after 2 years, this has become an amount. Okay, so let us calculate first P1. So you have, this is 10 plus 1, 11 upon 10. So you get 19,360 is equal to P into 11 upon 10 square. So you get 11 upon 10, it moves here, it becomes 19,360. This is going to be inverse. So it is going to be 10 upon 11 into 10 upon 11. So this is P1, which we are calculating. This is how you get P1 as, when you simplify this, you get P1 as rupees 16,000. So this is the first principle. Okay, this is the first principle. Then what happens? It says at the end of third year, he clears the debt by paying 31,944. Okay, at the end of 3 years. So now here A is equal to, now we are going to take rupees 31,944. Your N is going to be 3 years. And we are going to find the second principle. So we put the value, you get 31,944 is equal to P2 in bracket 1 plus the rate of interest is same again. So 10 upon 100 raised to 3. So simplify this. You are going to get again 11 upon 10 here. So 31,944 is equal to P2 in bracket 11 upon 10 cube. So 31,944 into 11 by, sorry, it is going to be inverse over here. So 10 by 11 into 10 by 11 into 10 by 11 is equal to your second principal. So simplify this. On simplifying this, you get P2 as 20. You are getting P2 as 24,000. You are getting principal as 24,000. Okay. So the total principal, find the sum borrowed by him. So the total sum or total principal total sum borrowed by him is 16,000 plus 24,000, which is rupees 40,000. Got it? So this was the sum borrowed by him. Mr. Sharma borrowed in the beginning. Got it? Let's move on to question number 9. So the difference between compound interest for a year payable half yearly and the simple interest on a certain sum of money lent out at 10% for a year is rupees 15. Find the sum of money lent out. Okay. So here what is given to you, that compound interest and simple interest, the difference is given. So let us first find the compound interest. So compound interest is equal to A minus P. So which is P in bracket 1 plus R upon, since it is half yearly, 200 raised to 2n minus P is going to be your compound interest. So which is P in bracket 1 plus the R rate is 10 upon 200 raised to 2n. The period here is now 1 and n is 1. So it is for 1 year. Okay. Difference between compound interest for a year. So 1, so 2 into 1 minus P. So simplify this. You get this as 21 upon 20 square. So this is 20 P into 21 upon 20 square minus P. So which you get as 441 upon 400 P minus P. Take LCM, you'll have to multiply by 400, divide by 400 here. So we get 441 minus 400 is 41P upon 400 is your compound interest, right? Now let us find the simple interest. So simple interest is equal to PRN upon 100. So P into rate is 10 into N, which is 1 upon 100. So which is going to be P by 10. So this is your simple interest. Now you are given that compound interest minus simple interest is equal to rupees 15, right? So that means 41P upon 400 minus P by 10 is equal to 15. So 10 into what gives 400? So 10 into 40. So you'll have to multiply by and divide by 40. So 41P minus 40P is going to be P upon 400 is equal to 15. So P is equal to 15 into 400. 15 fours are 60. 15 fours are 60 and these 2 zeros. So it is going to be rupees 6,000 is what is the sum of money lent out. Got it? Let's move on to the last question of the exercise. The ages of Pramod and Rohit. The ages of Pramod and Rohit are 16 years and 18 years respectively. Okay. The ages of Pramod and Rohit are 16 years and 18 years respectively. In what ratio must they invest money at 5% per annum compounded annually so that both get the same sum at 25 years? Okay. So let us take the Pramod, the money that Pramod invested. So at what sum? So you are asked ratio at what ratio they must invest. So let us take the Pramod here and this is Rohit. Okay. So let us say the money invested by Pramod is X, money invested by Rohit is Y. Okay. The period for which Pramod invests is 25 minus 16, which is 9 years. Okay. And the period for which Rohit invests is 25 minus 18, which is 7 years. Clear? So Pramod's money, what Pramod invests is X, what Rohit invests is Y. The period for which Pramod invests is 9 years. Period for which Rohit invests is Y years. So let us take this as principal. So for amount for Pramod is equal to, that is amount for Pramod is equal to X, which is the principal in bracket 1 plus R, that is rate of interest is 5% per annum upon 100 raised to 9. And for Rohit, it is Y in bracket 1. Y is the money invested plus R, which is 5 upon 100 raised to 7. Right? So let us simplify 5 ones and 5 20s. 5 ones and 5 20s. You are asked to find the ratio. So this is 21 upon 20. So this is 21, 20 plus 1, 21 upon 20 raised to 9 into X. And this is 21 upon 20 raised to 7 and into Y. So we have to find the ratio of this. So to find the ratio of this, let us divide it. So we have, if I divide both of this, so divide the amount of Pramod and Rohit. So X into 21 upon 20 raised to 9 divided by Y into 21 upon 20 raised to 7. So when we find this ratio of X upon X is to Y is going to be 21 upon 20 raised to 9 minus 7, which is 2. So X is to Y. The ratio is going to be 21 square, which is 441 upon 400. So they invest the money. So Pramod and Rohit, they invest the money in the ratio 441 is to 400. Got it? They invest the money in the ratio 441 is to 400. Understood, all of you? So if you like the video, please do not forget to share with your friends. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.